Arsenal receive a significant injury boost as Arteta faces a fresh setback ahead of the Champions League clash. Meanwhile, a player linked with a transfer to the Gunners appears dissatisfied with the ambitions of their current club, complicating a new contract. Hello everyone. Welcome once again to the Arsenal News channel. We're here to provide you with the latest updates and keep you up to date on everything related to the Gunners. Eder Gasper is said to have turned down a lucrative contract extension with Arsenal to pursue a new challenge within a multi-club football model. Reports surfaced on Monday suggesting the 46-year-old Brazilian was set to exit Arsenal after discussions with the club's hierarchy. It's now understood that Edu will join Nottingham Forest's owner, Evangelos Marinakis, to work within his network of clubs. Sources indicate that Marinakis had long been eyeing Edu, with plans for him to lead recruitment for Nottingham Forest, Olympiacos, and Rio Avenue. It is understood that the position offered to the Brazilian provides a significant salary increase, but it is not expected to triple his salary. This news couldn't come at a worse time for the Gunners, who have been struggling with a dip in form. Since Edu's return in 2019, initially as technical director, he's been instrumental in squad building, credited with key signings like Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and discovering talents like Gabriel Martinelli. Reports say Edu had been in talks with Arsenal's top management about his future but ultimately decided it was time to move on. Speaking for the first time since the announcement, Edu admitted it was an incredibly tough decision but insisted it's the right time for a fresh challenge. Arsenal scout and insider Con Harrison recently revealed that Edu had wanted to be considered for the CEO role. Although not bitter, it's believed he was disappointed when the club's executive vice chair, Tim Lewis, didn't view him as a candidate. This decision may spell trouble for Arteta, who had a strong working relationship with Edu, known for his support in strategic signings. Finding a replacement who fits as seamlessly could mean the Gunners are entering another period of uncertainty. Meanwhile, Arsenal are eagerly preparing for their crucial Champions League clash against Inter Milan. Fans are hopeful that captain Martin Odegaard will finally make his return to the starting lineup. Sidelined since late August, Odegaard has recently resumed light training as he approaches the final stages of his recovery. His presence is seen as essential to restoring the creativity Arsenal's midfield has been missing. Ahead of the team's trip to Italy, manager Mikel Arteta held an open training session, closely monitoring Odegaard's progress. The club confirmed on their official website that he is now back in full training, a significant milestone for a player who has missed 12 matches due to injury. Additionally, Odegaard will stay with the squad throughout the international break, giving him valuable time to regain full fitness. The showdown with Inter begins a pivotal week for Arsenal, who are also set to face Chelsea in the Premier League shortly afterward. In defence, Arteta's injury concerns have somewhat eased, although Riccardo Calafiori, Kieran Tierney, and Takahiro Tomiyasu remain sidelined. Calafiori, who has been a standout since his summer arrival, notably missed recent games against Liverpool, Preston, and Newcastle. For now, Arteta can rely on Timber, Kiwior, Zinchenko, and promising young talent Miles Lewis-Skelly to cover the left-back position if needed. However, there's been a setback as Declan Rice was absent from training. Rice has been ruled out of the Italy trip, a significant blow for Arteta. According to Fabrizio Romano, Rice's absence is due to a precaution rather than a serious injury. Arsenal's Champions League run has been impressive thus far, securing 7 points from 9 without conceding a single goal. Wins over Paris Saint-Germain and Shakhtar Donetsk have put the Gunners in a strong position in the group. Meanwhile, Inter Milan have also been in fine form, holding off Manchester City and securing back-to-back wins. In other news, Arsenal are reportedly considering West Ham United winger Mohamed Kudus as a potential successor to Leandro Trossard. According to the Mirror, Saudi Pro League club Al Ittihad are preparing a £40 million bid to secure Trossard in 2025, following a failed attempt last summer. Trossard will have just 18 months remaining on his contract in January when the transfer window opens, and clubs from the Middle East are closely monitoring the situation. Arsenal, longtime admirers of Kudus, face competition from Manchester City and Liverpool for the Ghanaian star's talents. The Gunners initially explored the possibility of signing Kudus before he moved to West Ham from Ajax for around £40 million. Since then, Kudus has made a significant impact, scoring 16 goals and providing 7 assists since August 2023. His current contract has nearly 4 years left, meaning any transfer would likely require a substantial fee. Arsenal's interest in Kudus suggests planning for Trossard's potential departure, although it remains unclear if they are ready for another major investment. The Gunners have spent heavily in the last 2 summer transfer windows, including the record signing of Declan Rice in 2023. With Edu Gasper's departure, it remains to be seen whether his successor will meet Arteta's demands in the transfer market. Another situation to watch is AC Milan winger Rafael Leao, who could be poised for a move away from the San Siro in January. His relationship with manager Paulo Fonseca is deteriorating, prompting his agent to explore options ahead of the upcoming transfer window. Alongside Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Barcelona are all reportedly interested in the 25-year-old international, who signed a new contract last summer. Leao is a crucial player for the Rossoneri, known for his attacking prowess. However, his playing time has decreased since the end of September, as he hasn't started a Serie A match since the international break and has featured as a substitute for less than an hour. His substitution during the Champions League match against Club Brugge raised eyebrows, with Fonseca emphasizing the need for teamwork. "We need to be a team all the time, and we are trying to get Rafa to play like everyone else." Leao's contract runs until 2028, and transfer journalist Ben Jacobs noted that a significant fee would be necessary to convince Milan to sell. There's a substantial release clause in this contract, giving Milan leverage to demand a high fee or keep him, Jacobs stated. Despite fewer goals this season, Leao has been impressive, contributing more assists. However, Fonseca has expressed frustration with Leao's defensive work rate, as he falls short of the manager's expectations off the ball. In another update, Alexander Isak is reportedly growing restless at Newcastle United due to concerns over the club's ambitions both on and off the pitch. This information comes from former Manchester United, Sunderland, and Aston Villa scout Mick Brown. Reports suggest that negotiations over a new contract have stalled, further fueling speculation about his future. Brown has reportedly heard whispers about a potential move to Arsenal, noting that top clubs are keeping tabs on the striker. Isak's current contract with Newcastle runs until 2028, giving the club significant leverage over any potential move. Brown argues that for Newcastle to retain Isak long-term, they must align with his Champions League ambitions. Isak may feel that next summer could be the right time to seek a new challenge, especially if Newcastle fails to qualify for Champions League football. After struggling with injuries earlier in the season, Isak is finally finding his form, having scored in his last 2 matches against Chelsea and Arsenal.